Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well. We've got 2 streams in a week this week. It's a special week for some reason, but we've got an extra special stream because we have a new release to play with, which is the Nurburgring Nordschleife on AMS2. So we're back in AMS2. This time we're going to take on the brand new track, but rather than take it on in cars like GT3 cars or old Formula 1 cars and things like that, we're going to take it on with some of the more weird and wonderful contraptions that you get in Automobilista 2. So let's jump into the game and we will get ourselves set up with our first car. So we're just going to do it on time trial mode for this particular case, because obviously being so long of a lap time, by the time you go around, it's you've got to start your lap again. So we're going to do a hot lap. So first off, we're going to go with the Copa Montana pickup truck things. These are V8 powered pickup trucks, kind of similar to the Australian V8 Ute series as it used to be. So lots of power, rear wheel drive, no weight over the rear wheels, and a monster of a circuit, 20 kilometers long. So let's see how this goes. This is going to be quite a ride. I think these Copa Montana trucks tend to be quite wild on the oversteer front, so I think just keeping them on the island is going to be the key around here. But we're going to try various different vehicles. I say vehicles because they're not all going to be cars. But we're going to try various ones around the circuit and to see what kind of lap times we can get out of them and just how fun to drive it'll be on this new circuit. As well as that, we'll be looking at how the circuit looks, how it drives, maybe have a bit of a comparison to how it appears in other sims as well, just to kind of get an idea of where it stacks up. So here we go then, into the V8 Ute, I'm going to call it. Heading up to the first part of the Nordschleife. Now, bearing in mind, I'm going to get this out of the way nice and early, I am no Nordschleife specialist. I don't really know my way around there particularly comfortably, but we will get by somehow. So with the excuses out of the way, we're off into the lap. Now currently, there's only it's the Nordschleife on its own. There's no Grand Prix loop, there's no tourist version, it's just the full Nordschleife as it is. So we'll be using this one, which is fine, because we're only testing the Nordschleife anyway, because we've already tried the Grand Prix loop. Tricky little section through here, car's trying to get away from me. Zip it in here, over the crest. Right, flat out down here up towards foot flats. Let's see if this thing will take off, and if I can keep control of it. Bearing in mind there's a quick right straight afterwards. A little bit of air, not much. I didn't dare take that flat just yet. Now the other thing with the Nordschleife is there's some huge curves to contend with, so got to stay off those, I reckon, in order to survive. Now it's also worth mentioning as well that I have not yet done a full lap around here in AMS2, so this is all very much exploratory for me and for yourselves. This thing's fun to drive, I do love these sheets. Down to this really quick section now. Compresses at the bottom of the hill. Hard over into this slower section here, trying to get the speed washed off. That's with most people who drive the Nordschleife, you get a pretty good idea of the first half of the lap. But from the carousel onwards it starts to get a little hazy at times. But we'll see how we get on. If I can keep it off the barriers, I'll consider that a win. Understeer mid-corner then, had to get out of it. So quickly just change of direction here. Hard on the brakes coming down towards this bridge section here. Tight left-hander. Another bridge section right here. too much speed into there. Very sharp, steep uphill right. Obviously the car was going to break away going through there. Flat out around this little kink left. And try and carry as much speed as you can through here, because this is a long uphill section. That wasn't the best, but it's alright. Still pointing in the right direction, it's the main thing. This is the Bravery section up here. Speed is building all the time. Goes flat out. There's quite a lot of the lap which is just held at full throttle. Now, I'm not going to take this flat, I don't think, just a little lift. Jumps down, actually the rev's kind of dropped. Just kind of hold on through that, and then hard on the brakes. Not first though. Oh, come on. Get that back end in check. Right, up to the carousel then. Let's try and keep it on the low side if we can. Bumpy as anything through here. Not the neatest through there, must be said. Right, so as mentioned, this is kind of where the track knowledge does tend to let me down a little bit. Know that this bit's a very rhythmic section where you're constantly going left to right. You've got to be neat and smooth through here as it drops down the hill. Some of the curbs you can use if you dare. It's a bit too quick into there. Down towards YouTube corner. This is where you see a lot of YouTube videos of track days around the Nordschleife, where people get it very wrong, and I'm one of them. Just did that for the spectators, obviously. That's what they're all there for anyway, so might as well give them what they want. Okay. There you go, see talent's run out already. Okay, let's get this back on track again. Little jump here, just before the braking area. Okay, another jump at the top of the crest here. Very famous shots of BMW 320 Group 5 cars going through there. Keep it pinned to that little flowy S's section. Our brakes down the fourth. Not the best line into there, that's for sure. Towards the mini carousel now. So easy to get that wrong, like I probably did. Down to the last corner before an incredibly long straight. Exit off there. This is where you get to have a bit of a breather. So we just had the one spin, which is quite a success really. Castle up on the hill, very nice. Got the speed going actually down there to 30 kilometers an hour. We've got 6th gear we can play with. Lots of slipstreaming happens down the straight obviously. A lot of people who race on the circuit either overtaken sort of just down here. It's easier to take advantage of the slipstream and trying to force your way through on any of those tight corners that we've just been through. Nearly topping 240. Too early on the brakes, I just want to make sure we don't run on. Okay, so exploration lap out the way. Let's see if we can actually post a time, because that time will not count. I'm locking it on the downhill braking point. territory again, which is nice. Just never-ending corners through there. Off we go down towards footpaths once again. Tell you what, gets you warm pretty quick on a cold autumnal evening in North Wales. Like a trip around the Nordschleife to warm you up. Right. How brave do I be through here? Not that brave. I know there's a big stop on the end of that. Downhill, it's a really fast section now. Let's see if we can get on this curve on the inside, on the left up here. Nearly. Backing it in there. Not the quickest of lines, but helped me rotate into the corner anyway, so that's one thing. A little bit more familiar with the car now as well. Or the truck, shall I say. Don't hit that curb. Dear me. Critical to get this stopped into here, otherwise those tyre bundles are very inviting. Slide through there, but important to keep it on the island. No opportunity to fall asleep around here, that's for sure. Let's see if we can get a better exit out of here. Marginal. A bit of respite up the hill. A little bit of a lift. Back on the power again. Not sure whether I should have taken it down to fourth then, but probably use the torque of the engine really. See if we can carry more speed through the carousel this time. The inside curve which just spun up the rear tyres, wasn't the greatest. Right, let's keep it neat through here this time. So much concentration needed through here. out, kept it on the track. Yes, we didn't spin at YouTube corner for a change. Didn't cut that corner either. But don't feel it was particularly quick, but that's okay. The car goes light over the crust there. The wheel is constantly pulling left to right, just over all the crusts and the bumps. Just about saved it that time. Totally missed the camber on that one. And relax. It's just shoulders just tense up massively too. I just need to just keep it calm, lose his hands on the wheel if possible, but you really just hold on. It's very much a white knuckle ride over the course of the lap. That should be on for a better lap this time. That's the tourist entrance on the right there. Line should be up around here somewhere. There it is. Just heading for the line rather than trying to brake for that corner. So that was a 731.6. Not bad going actually, really, to be honest. Oh dear, that's an exhilarating ride. Right. What else should we do? What other vehicle should we use? I think I have an idea of what we can go in next. Something that doesn't go around the Nordschleife. There we go, we set our quick lap time, just about. Let's change this up then. We're gonna go single seater now. So we're gonna go full Formula Ultimate, which is the most modern Formula 1 car that they have on Automobilista 2. So this thing could be quite a handful around here. I think a few people have had a go at this already, running 5-minute lap times. Yeah, I think if I can get into the fives, I'll be happy. I'm not really driven much of this car, yeah, we'll see what happens around here. I think it's probably going to ground out quite a bit, but we'll just play it by ear a little bit. Stephen, thank you very much. Yeah, well, it was a bit of arm waving going on, to be honest. It wasn't the best of driving, but more about hanging on to the thing. Dear. Good fun though. Track's looking good. I'm actually quite impressed with it. I think, to be honest, the R-Factor 2 version of the Nordschleife is probably one of the best ones available out there. As far as I'm aware, this is using laser scan technology as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I've apparently read on the information for this release. So, I mean, feeling-wise, it does feel like quite a good representation of the track. Compared to other versions which you see on other sims. I mean, they're fairly similar. Detail-wise, it looks quite nice. I know they've spent a little bit longer actually getting the track ready for release, so but lots of nice detail in there, so that should be quite good fun. And I daren't change the weather to rain. I really don't. I think that Copa Montana truck in the rain would probably just be too much. Oh my goodness. Okay. Quite the difference from Copa Montana truck. This thing's so fast, and the brakes are so much better. this is probably going to be a very pedestrian lap by F1 standards. But the downforce will hopefully help me out of many of my shortfalls. Dear me. I'm going to go all out, just going to try and get a feel for the car. Just how quick it reacts. No takeoff whatsoever. Totally flat through there. Oh dear me. Got a big halo in front of me to my vision. Definitely can take a lot more speed around the corners. Brake later as well. Well, you can use that curve, which is good. Bit of a lock-up. Don't get on those curbs. Now, how quick can we take this down there? It could possibly be flat. I've also been very cautious because I'm not sure how much throttle I can apply and how quickly I can apply it. Is this flat? Yes. Is anything flat? Yes, pretty much all of it. It's so bumpy through there. Really rely on the aero. It is there, at the speeds we're doing, it just will stick the car to the floor. It's just insane speed, isn't it? V6 turbo whistling away behind me. Don't open DRS, don't even know if it is all have a DRS activation zone to make it work. Don't touch it. Flat? Why not? And this one. Easy. Brake distances are so short. Will it hang on? No. I think I have to go around the outside of the carousel. Just won't take the concrete on the inside. Oh. Too aggressive in the turning there. This corner after corner. Oh, that's a big old bump on the inside. YouTube, no. Hi, YouTube. I was going to say, if you see me gritting my teeth, it's because I am literally holding on for my life. That's okay. Just like we had with the Copenhagen Summer Truck, we weren't going to count our first lap anyway, so... So that's feeling a bit off-centered now, yeah, I think I may have damaged that. Right, let's take a fresh start of that. My word, that's quick. Stay loose. It's so easy just to tense everything up and just be on a knife edge all the time. Now we have a better understanding of just how hard we can push this thing. Got a chance from the beginning. can't believe that's flat out. Oh, it's insane. Survive the first section. Through even the corner there. Forgive me for thinking there wasn't with the ease that this thing takes it. So it must be late on the brakes into here because you just can. Slam through the gears. Flat out over that curve on the left. Don't want to put the power down too sharply on that curve. Correction mid-corner then. I must say there is significantly more grip than there is in Turkey right now. So with the cars faster this is our breathing space now. Oh dear. Not the place to get an itchy eye though. Didn't miss my turning point but still made the corner, thanks downforce. Stay up high. Probably do the same with the mini carousel as well, just because I don't think you'll like the concrete too much. When you're taking corners as quickly as this, it's very easy to just think, oh, sorry, I don't need to lift. Probably get some proper air over these jumps, I wonder. Probably not. Oh goodness, I thought I turned into early then. It's like I'm doing pod racing in Star Wars or something, it's that quick. Well, certainly giving my stick arms a workout. Now, actually dropping speed, going up the hill. How late do we dare break into here? Right, somewhere around here. 5:19.3. Okay, that's not too bad. Oh dear, that's insane. I certainly want to do any races around there with that thing. That'll just be chaos. 5 minutes. And what was it, 13? Can't remember what it was now. 5:19. Yeah, I am not surprised that there is more time in that, because I was quite cowardly at times. Actually, I probably could have taken a bit more speed and used a bit more throttle on the exit, so whew, very good. Right, next machine to use. We're going karting. Equally as fast, sort of, but in a very low to the ground, skimming the tarmac with your bottom kind of fast. This thing is just an absolute weapon. So 6-speed gearbox, 125cc engine, no sorry, 250cc engine, sorry. But yeah, just grips and goes, and yeah, acceleration is incredible. I think we'll probably top out on the rev limiter down the big straight, but again, if we had an issue with ride height with the F1 car, I think this is going to be even more the case. So I don't know, let's see what happens. Force feedback is a lot tighter, as you'd expect from a kart. So just shows you what kind of a machine that F1 car is, because this thing, which is normally fast, feels like I'm driving a milk float. It's very wobbly because it tends to take off quite a bit. I'm curious to see whether this has had a bit of an update, because last time I drove the Superkart was at Donington Park. Whenever you went down the crane of curves, it would just take off to the left, like it was ground out, and you had no grip with the road at all. So let's see if we have that. Oh my goodness. Well, that's, yeah, it's not called Flugplatz for no reason. We took off a bit there. Well, that's having no contact with the ground, that's for sure. Right, we need to be aware of that then. Let's try again, shall we? How to do wheelies in a 250cc Superkart. Take it to the Nordschleife. Oh, if it's going to do that there, what about the other two jumps on the track? Is it going to do that as well? It could be in the wall again. Ooh, bit of a lift-off moment then. No, don't touch the curb. Because this kart is so small and so low to the ground, when you do touch the curbs, it just kind of pushes you back onto the track again. So almost like little buffers to go along the circuit with. Right. Be aware we are going to get there, so it's just... yeah, that's more manageable, we can deal with it. No, no! It's still gone off. Right. Let's be a bit more cautious, shall we? I thought I landed the jump nicely and then turned in, but the understeer just got me. Okay, definitely more of a challenge to finish the lap in this thing. Be aware of understeer, which it seems to have. bumps. I'm not the Superkart's best friend. Okay, so we're lifting off, and we're not taking the following right-handers quite so quickly. Get ready for the wheelie. Nice. Ooh, a bit much. Yes, we survived. Now, where else is this thing going to kill me? There's a potential jump at the end of the straight here, so I'm flat out in the rev limiter. Oh, taken off again. Left here, because I could just see myself floating off onto the right. Having a Renault Megane moment. We've seen that video of the Nordschleife with the Megane going off at high speed there. Don't fancy rolling the Superkart, even if my driver is wearing a hands device, which bears no resemblance on what actually happens in a crash to the kart. Well, I'm glad to say, even though we've got our little airborne moments, the kart is actually handling better than it was when I last drove it, so that's good. Oh, it's faster there. Saved it, just about. Cobra Montana truck was a handful around there. This thing is at least 2 handfuls. The Nordschleife definitely demands respect. So with this particular car, or kart, you need to give it. We're into our stride now, so we're good. We got over our initial failures. Back on track. Just felt the understeer coming in there. The different fancies floating off the track. Left off. Yeah, a bit of brakes just to make sure I get through there. The wheels are taking off everywhere. The good thing is now I know the track a little bit better, or I've refreshed my memory. I'm not going to bother with the concrete. Stay on the track. Stay off all the curves through there, I don't dare touch them. Get that fear struck into you when you feel the front wheels go really light. You just think, oh no, not again. YouTube corner strikes again. Okay. Let's get the kart turned in. Okay, squash the jump on that time. Bit of a rallycross technique just to apply the brake just before the jump, just to squash it. Oh, it's madness. No, 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 no. Tell you what, the driver of this kart hasn't lost several kilos worth of weight after this lap. I don't know who would, either through sweat or brown trouser moment. Ah, he survived. Well, this Superkart is just a crazy, crazy machine. And the fact that you're doing 248, maybe 250 kilometers an hour, that far off the floor. Brave people who drive these things. So we have got aero to deal with, but doesn't help when the front wheels come off the ground. Here we go, then down towards the final section now. We're over 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes. Up into there. Get off that curb. That's 650.2. Yeah, quite a way off the world record on that one. But I'll take a 650.2 just for the fact that I can actually get back to the start line again. Oh dear me. What other mad cars can we come up with? What do you reckon, guys? What should we do next? What other mad vehicles should we take around the Nordschleife? Preferably ones that don't take off and send me into the barriers if possible. What have we got? What should we do? I know there's one in particular I am saving. We'll get to there in a minute. Anything else that we can take around the track? Let's have a look. Obviously got the stock cars, sprint races. Yes, I'm going to ignore Cobra trucks for the moment, that's coming soon. Obviously prototypes, GT3s, they're pretty standard for the Nurburgring. Same with Carrera Cup. V8 supercars, they don't go to the ring, that could be interesting. Caterhams, mad bike engine silhouette middle drive thing. The RC Camaro. That could be interesting. Street cars, DTM cars obviously been there, pro cars have been there. What else we got? The stock cars and things. Just take a Fiat Uno around the Nordschleife. That would be an exhilarating ride. Yeah, we've done Formula 1 cars. I think we've probably done the pinnacle of Formula 1 around there. So let's try this. Let's try this in our Holden, not Holden lookalike livery. Again, this is not a car that I've driven a great deal in AMS2. I just got to get those excuses out there nice and early, you know how it is. We'll undoubtedly have a moment at YouTube Corners. It's got to be done. But again, rear-wheel drive. It's mid-engined, so only 110 horsepower, but it's super light. It's only 595 kilos. It's power to weight. It's just ridiculous in these things. 6-speed gearbox, as you would expect from a motorcycle gearbox. Would be paddle shift as well. They just look ridiculous. Someone's just gone boop, just squash them together. Okay, I think maybe the issue might not be so much taking off, more toppling over. In fact, already this feels like quite a nicely balanced car actually. This could be a good fun lap. Albeit quite a bit slower than the others. Floaty through there. quite easy to control actually, even though it slides around quite a bit. It's quite nice to hold on the limit, but due to its narrow track, it doesn't like curves, so that's going to be our point of interest on this lap, is I have to stay off those curves. Otherwise we could be barrel rolling. Will we get lift off? That's the thing. Let's keep it flat and see what happens. No. Quick enough to get airborne over there. Car's dancing through there though. Revving the valves out. Come on. Still like the rev limiter. And fifth. Turn in. Just apply a bit of power, that'll sort it. This is actually really good to drive. I'm actually liking this. I might have to spend a bit more time with this. I think some of the shorter circuits, this could be quite fun for racing. No, too quick into that. So we're central driving position, just like the McLaren F1, but that's kind of where the similarities end with that analogy. It's just gentle drifts everywhere, which is quite rewarding. Actually. Snap sideways into the brakes, changing down a bit too early there. Yeah, so overall thoughts first off of the circuit then. I think it's pretty good. Liking the way they've done it. It's quite it's got quite a bit of character to it as well. It captures a lot of the details which are part of the Nordschleife altogether. But it drives really nicely. It's not undrivable. You get some versions of the Nordschleife and you just think, you know what, this is just not quite there. But this feels pretty good. And, you know, as I said at the beginning of the video, I'm no Nordschleife expert. But, what I've driven in other sims on the circuit, it feels right up there. So Rev's just died going through there. I'm going to chance my arm with the concrete on the carousel here and see if we can keep it down below. If you had any fillings, they would be gone. A bit more of a sedate lap this one compared to the last two that we've had. That's okay. Give me a chance to get a better look at the circuit. When I say get a better look at the circuit, as in not by visiting the scenery. old showboat for the fans watching. Lift off there. A bit more lift off if I hit the wall. Maybe I was a bit ambitious with my speed going into there. Oh, we've broken it. Well, that wasn't going to count anyway. That was quite fun to drive, actually. Right. I think it's time. I think it's time we bring out the polar opposite to the Superkart in terms of size. It's truck time. So should we go Iveco, MAN, Mercedes, or VW? VW with its ridiculously huge splitter. I quite like the look of the Iveco, so I'm going to go with that one. Eight-minute lap times as well, so similar kind of lap times in terms of this compared to the Camaro that we just drove as well, so it's interesting. Of course, being a truck, I'm going to have to use the H-pattern gear shifter on this one rather than the paddles, so this should be fun. Now the main thing I'm going to have to be aware of here is how slow everything's got to be. I've got to be earlier on the brakes, I've got to be slower through the corners. It's certainly won't be taking most places flat, I don't think. But there will be plenty of sideways action, I am sure. And we get a good view of the circus because we can see over all the outdoor areas. Okay. Turn. Driving on the throttle most of the time with this thing. Please don't hit the bridge. That's the last thing we need. Should put the height markers on the bridges, just in case someone like me decides to bring a truck onto the Nordschleife. This is already an absolute handful. Tons of understeer followed by tons of oversteer when we put a bit of throttle on. Drift show through here if I don't mess up my speed. Turn in. Heaps and heaps of understeer. Okay, let's give it a pin. Let's see if we can get some air over the hoop that's in a humongous truck, or even if we can keep it on the track. Ooh. I think there was a bit of a we're off again. I was just so curious to see if we could actually take off there that I didn't even factor in the corner afterwards, so I think we did take off just a little bit. I did feel the wheel go a bit light, so there we go. There's a warning for us. Keep the speed down. I know that these trucks have an imposed speed limit in real life on certain tracks, so they can't go over 90 miles an hour or something like that. Okay. I've had a look at the first part of the lap. Formula rim not helping me out here with my ability to actually apply lock. Tyres screaming like that. I do love the diesel engine sounds with all the turbo wastegates chattering away. It's a better run through there that time. Just play with the throttle, there's a wall. Hopefully we have a strong truck. So I'm noticing that our tyres are getting rather warm, and we've barely even started the lap, so that could make things stoppy over the top there that time. Back wheels came off the ground. Sixth gear. Absolutely flat out. 230 kilometers an hour, not miles an hour. That'd be ridiculous. 7-ton truck. Oh, let's see if we can get it stopped. Put the needle through that. For a big old truck, it's actually reasonably straightforward to drive around here. I was expecting it to be a bit more of an issue. Obviously that's the right time to say something like that, because we'll just go and find an Elgato somewhere. Not an issue to drive whatsoever, except you crash a lot. Persevere. I'm sure our big rig can take small knocks like that. Braking zone, will it want to stop? It's quite good on the direction changes, really. I know you've got buckets full of understeer, but once you get over that, I'm just going to stop talking, because obviously whenever I say something about how easy this truck is to drive, I go off. So we have broken it now, I think. Oh no, it just feels broken. Tyres are getting red. Stop. We are driving the Nordschleife by rail. This is where we went looking for a clean lap. Chronic understeer. Well, we've got heaps of power to pull us up this hill. Just no grip to accompany it. Yes, I know my lap time's been disallowed. Right now my main priority is to get to the end of the lap. There's just no grip left. The tyres are just like, what are you doing to me? It's obviously not helping the fact that I'm just giving it a big old shoe full of throttle on the exit of all these corners, but we'll gloss over that. Now, will it stick down the bottom here? No problem. Ish. Let's get out of here. Whose idea was this? So the wire fence detailing is very nice. I'm going to vouch for that. Reason Studios are doing a nice job of detailing that. grass textures are very nice. I've seen them quite frequently on this lap as well. Non-Nordschleife specialist tries Nordschleife in car and in truck, which he can't drive. Right. Once we've got our sighting lap in, we're going to be serious and try and see if we can actually finish a lap without leaving the confines of the circuit. Which by the outlap is proving to be quite a feat. Just need to not be so greedy and try and take so much speed to these corners, just need to coax it around, if that's even possible. I'm pretty sure if I actually have any tyres left by the end of the run, then I can consider that a win. There's literally zero grip now. This is more like what's happened in Turkey, the F1. It's not too bad when you try and drive it within its limits. It's not too bad, but just when it gets an idea that it just wants to plough forwards, there's not a great deal you can do to stop it. And with the runoff area around here being so small, you just have no chance. You're just off. Carousel time. nearly at the straight. The tyres will definitely not be cooling down anytime soon. Have your eggs at the ready to cook them on the top of the treads when we get back to the pits. Well, that's been a handful pound there. Let's see how quickly we get it straight here. 230 kilometers an hour. Tyres are cooling. I say they're cooling, they're less red. Through that kink there, and we'll just catch fire once again. Get on the brakes early. At this stage, we don't need any more tyres, just got one more corner to get through. Okay, right, so that's hideous lap completed. Let's try and do it again, but this time without going off track. Must be careful. Let's look after our tyres nicely here so we have at least 2 extra corners worth of grip. Here we go, into the lap. Slow down nice and early. Probably went a little bit too hard, too quick at the start of the lap. Oversteer if possible. But then it's not a particularly fun lap. May as well be towing a wagon behind me. Okay, so we're through the first section. Some yellow temps. Remember, we just need to get the truck slowed down so we can actually make this right-hander through. Parallel down here. So far so good. I've heard that before. 6 gears, no more gears left to give. Brakes here so I don't run off track. It's just so tempting just to floor the throttle out of the corner and just wait for the rear end to come around on me. Okay. Coming down to a complicated section. Get over that curb, no problem. I was going to say it was a bit neater through there, but big arm from the opposite lock on the exit. Probably didn't count for that. Didn't help my tyres too much either. Island for now. The tyres are starting to warm up, nice and toasty. This section here really does punish them because it's just never-ending corners. Almost have to come to a standstill there just to get the truck to turn in. Use the gears to slow the truck down. Way to carry the momentum up the hill. I forgot I was in the truck for a moment then. Thought I could take that kick a little bit quicker. Always got to be a step ahead, so you know what's coming up. I just find myself holding my breath more often than not. Trying to concentrate a little bit here just to kind of keep this thing on the road. It's just washed out, have to stay up high. One thing I will notice about this version of the truck is there's not as much graffiti on the truck as you find on some of the other versions. I know there's been some sections resurfaced, which will obviously have taken that away. Oh no. Track knowledge again. Oh, that's only the one-off. But yeah, so There's a bit less graffiti on the circuit, which many people will probably miss because they associate that with the Nordschleife itself. It's just part of its character. But there are some versions out there which you can quite clearly see that they repeated certain graffiti on one part of the track and elsewhere as well. So this is not obviously just graffiti just for the sake of having it on there. Stop! Oh no. Kept out the wall anyway. It's no wonder people hang around this part of the track, because that's where most of the errors seem to happen. Especially when you have a massive truck with tyre temp issues. Well, seeing as we haven't kept it on the island, let's just go for broke. Again, coming off the ground. Oversteer then. Down the gear head, let's get this thing turned in. It's fiery tyres. If it's got Firestones fitted. Anymore. I forgot this thing does not slow down with hot tires. So what was I saying about it's okay, we've only gone off track once. Getting a clean lap around here is quite an achievement, I think. Got to really concentrate on the map. Obviously not concentrating hard enough. Ah dear. But as far as the track's concerned, I think it's a good job. I think the track layout itself is good. I'm sure once they release the other versions of it as well, so the tourist version, the LM version with the Grand Prix mixed in as well. That'll be good fun with the GTs. There's a lot of big Nordschleife fans out there who will be very happy with this release. And it certainly adds to the game. I know it's on the list of wants for many sim racing fans and sim of choice. So to have it in AMS2 is only a good thing because it gives one more option in terms of what people can drive. And there we go. Over the line with a pitiful 9 minutes and 5 second lap. And we didn't spin after the line as well, which is a plus considering the rest of the lap. Okay, well there we go. So that's the new Nurburgring Nordschleife. Our massive truck trying to find its way around. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's only going to be a shorter stream this evening, but I thought we'd give this a go live on air and just see how it drives and just do something a bit different rather than just going with the standard or run GT3 cars around here or we'll run prototypes or something like that. So I thought we'd do something a bit different, a bit more fun. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, make sure you hit the like button. And also if you really like our content, consider subscribing to the channel. It's free to do and it means you get to see more of my hideous driving like that. Until next time, we will see you all very, very soon indeed. Take care of yourselves and yeah, happy racing.